Hello guys, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're also a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. So in this video we are going to be talking about how to bet on underdogs. I'll tell you what is underdogs and the reason you should bet on underdogs and where like how to now bet on them. Okay, first of all, to bet on underdog or to even bet on underdogs, first of all you need to know what is underdogs. In sport betting, underdogs are teams that the bookmakers always give them big odds. The bookmakers always give them big odds with the probability that I already think that the team is not will not or is having less chance of winning. That's what we mean by underdogs. That's what we mean by underdogs. And we also know that some teams are having history that it is difficult for some big teams to beat them. We know that some teams are having big history that some big teams don't find it easy to beat them or they are not able to beat them. For example, Barcelona and Rayo Vallecano, I think it's a history. So Barcelona always find it difficult to win Rayo Vallecano. Most of the time, Rayo Vallecano normally win Barcelona or they draw. And another example that I can talk about is Bayern Munich and that of Augsburg. Bayern Munich and Augsburg, most of the time Augsburg also win Bayern Munich. That's the fact. So, and if you are having this kind of history or you already know that kind of teams, so the next thing to do is okay. What are the things that I need to do so that I can be able to bet on them? Okay. The first thing that you need to do is you do your analysis. Check their head to head and their previous matches. Just check their most of it. Just look. Don't focus most on their previous match. Just focus on their head to head. Look at like how the number of times that they have met and the score line. What is always the score line? Is it always draw or the small team always win the big team? That's the first thing that you need to look out for. So guys, pardon me, I'm just using this one to improvise as my mic. So, and after you have seen or you have done the analysis, you now know their past history, what the teams are capable of doing. You know most of the small teams, they are home. When they are playing home they don't joke, so they normally make it tough for the big teams. And if you see these kind of teams, they normally give them, the bookmakers always give them big odds. Like you see some teams to be having about 10 plus odd. And let's say some scenario here. Okay, let's say you place on underdogs. You place and you won your first match of 10 odd with a stake of $1. You won 10 odd with a stake of $1, which is $10. That means before you lose again or before you run into loss, you need to lose all the $10. You need to place about 10 times before you can lose again. And it is difficult to do that. It is difficult to lose about 10 times in a row. Let's say for instance, you place on your you place the 10 like with a 10 odd and you won that first bet, and this you place next match you lost, you place another one you lost about 4 times, or even let's say possibly you lost about 5 times. Still you are still having opportunity, or you are still in profit, because if you lost about 5 times you are still having about $5 or 5 cedis. You are still having about $5 in profit. And let's say you lost about 5 times and you won again with the odd of let's say $5, adding it up to the next $5, which is about $10 in profit. You are still in $10 in profit. So that means before you lose, you need to at least, before you run into loss, you need to at least lose about 10 times or about 8 to 9 times before you can run into loss. And it is difficult to find a team that always just lose about 10 times in a row without even winning once. So that's the main reason you should take advantage of the underdogs. And when and where should you place underdogs? Most of the time when like you see that a big team is going like is having a tough game to play ahead. Let's say a tough game. Let's say I'm just to use Bayern Munich for example. Let's say Bayern Munich is to go and play Champions League facing, let's say, Real Madrid, for instance. They are to go and play Champions League facing Real Madrid, and you know that already that okay, Bayern Munich will be in need of Champions League, and they are playing against a underdog that they normally find it difficult to beat. At this moment, nobody will tell you that, oh, it is a good time to place on the underdogs, because Bayern Munich will not play all their stars and they will not force themselves. And this team, this small team, is also having a history of that Bayern Munich is not able to always beat them, or the big team is not always able to beat them. So that's a green light to always tell you to place a bet on underdogs anytime that you see a sign of that kind. So the second thing that you need to look out for, is when the underdogs is playing at home. When the underdogs is playing at home, let's say you are to use Rayo Vallecano for instance. If Rayo Vallecano is playing at home and is meeting Barcelona, for instance, they are already having history that Barcelona always find it difficult to beat Rayo Vallecano, for instance. And and another advantage is that they are playing at home, which is home support. So in order, like all these things is a contribution that okay, the home team or the underdogs will be having hope because it is playing at home with a home support, and they are also having a history that the team like the big team always find it difficult to beat them. That's the second green light that you need to look out for. So the third green light that you need to look out for is look for the previous game that the big team play before playing that particular game. Look for like the team that the game that the big team play. Let's say for instance, if a big team the team that a big team play a title or a cup title before that game, all the players will be tired and they will not force themselves to play as much as compared to them just playing a normal league. So they will not force themselves to play more, like force themselves to score goals or so, because they are already tired. Some of the stars they will not even play. That's the case. That's the green light thing that you need to look out for. And you can also look the opposite way. When you see that actually the underdogs also play a tough game before that game, it is also advisable to leave without placing that game. So these are the things that you need to look out for before placing on underdogs. Just a quick recap. Before I give that quick recap, please try to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share this video. And if you want to be seeing content of this kind, just make sure you smash the subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell, so that anytime that I upload a new video, you get notified and come to the channel and check it out. So, and I'll be talking about over 1.5 goals, like not over 1.5 goal strategy, or about 0.5 0.20 or strategy, and that of another one of late goal strategy. So I'll be talking about late goal strategy. So make sure you smash the subscribe button and wait for that, so that you will not miss it out. It is going to be a tough one, and we are going to make a lot of money or profit out of that, because I've seen so many, like I've done a lot of analysis, check online and offline, do so many analysis, and nobody's talking about this thing, the late goal scoring strategy. Nobody's talking about it. So I'm going to be talking about it. So make sure you smash the subscribe button and wait for me in the next video. I'm going to be uploading that one after this video. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and wait for me. But let me do a quick recap. Sorry for that long conversation. A quick recap. First, you need to check out for the history of the teams to know that the big team is not always able to beat the underdogs. The second thing is to look out for the team that like the big team. What are they like their next game? Are they going to be playing a title game or anything? The third thing is to look out for the home, like the underdogs. Are they playing at home? That's the next thing that you need to look out for. And the fourth thing is you need to look out for the big team. Did the team play a tough game before playing that particular game? So that's the things that you need to look out for. So by the way, thank you for all the returning subscribers, and thank you for all the newcomers for coming to the channel to check this thing out. And if you want to be seeing this kind of content early, as I say, subscribe, turn on the post notification bell, and don't forget to share this video to friends, because your friend will also be in need of this kind of video to also make impact on his living. And just a disclaimer, all what I have said in this video doesn't mean that you is guaranteed that you make a lot of profit out of that. Everything will depend on your analysis and strategies that you put in place, and everything I say is for entertainment purpose, and nothing is actually 100%. So in betting, we all know we don't have 100%, but the only thing is, with the strategy, I can give you a winning rate of about 90%. That's what we all want. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.